Hello and welcome. So who wants to see me play a completely insane game from an insane Japanese series of games? Yay, let's do this. It is Yakuza 4 for the PS3. Was intending on playing Deadly Premonition, but then I thought, fuck it, Shenmue 3's coming out. These games are very kind of reminiscent of Shenmue. If you've played them both, you'll know why. And yeah, the only other, well, I played two other games in the Yakuza series. The first one I ever played was Yakuza Dead Souls, and then after that I played Yakuza 3. Probably should have played them games kind of the other way around. It would have made more sense, but as it stands, we're now playing Yakuza 4, so that's kind of in order. I'm going to go easy mode, and you got, oh, so it's, I got a sunshine belly warmer as a fucking reward for having played not Shenmue 3, Yakuza 3. So I'm expecting a lengthy kind of intro here, because these games are a lot about the story. I was just going to say the first game there, but Yakuza 3 was about the main guy. I forget his name. It'll be in it in a minute, but that rhymes. But yeah, he has an orphanage, and the orphanage is under threat. But then there's like a ridiculous story about a fucking underground military base and a casino as to why it's under threat. So yeah, it's insane. So here we are in an office. I'm expecting the graphics to be diabolical in this game. I think they're pretty much the same as Yakuza 3. Kind of like somewhere in between what you'd expect a PS2 game to look like and what a PS3 game should look like. And this guy's reading a book, magazine. It looks like we've got a serial killer. These are very, very, very Japanese games. Should probably get that out of the way, it's pretty obvious though. Answer the damn phone. I don't know whether this, I think this little company here is in Yakuza 3. I kind of remember it. Some tedious shit. Ooh, it's Hannah. Hello? Finally. Where in the heck are you, Mr. A? Me? I'm out at a client. Boom boom plus. You're a representative. I should do the voiceovers for Yakuza games. They're a bit awesome. Everybody be fucking Russian and shit and swearing lots. I think you are a cunt. Please don't ring me. Unless you want to get pussy out and show it to me, you should not fucking ring me, bitch. I still around hitmans from Yakuzas. I get your fucking weak push back. I do need to pick up the PS2 games, Yakuza 1 and 2. I believe 2 is kind of a bit rare. Not rare, but not rare as inexpensive, but it's not that common a game. And Yakuza 5, I don't know whether that's been... they said they were releasing it in Europe, but I don't know whether it's been released yet. It should have been by now, to be honest.
雨なんだよね。
雨ならもうとっくに止んでますよ。じゃあちゃんと言ってくださいね。私は本来の特選カルビで
Okay, come
帰
on.
ります。それじゃ。
So we're going to get to control whatever his name is now. Do we play as him? He's not the main guy from Yakuza usually, so that would be kind of strange, a bit weird. The game's really bad for jagged edges. Number 3 was as well. 0 fucking anti-aliasing. The textures don't seem like particularly high resolution either. But they're not really games that you play for the graphics. It's raining. Right, so we are controlling this guy for the moment. Oh yeah, the fucking the map on these games is horrendous. We're gonna have a fight. He gives me a memo. Great. Blah blah blah. Ooh, 500 experience points. Yeah, so the mini-map doesn't rotate. So once you kind of turn round, it's like really awkward to work out where you need to go. The rain effects are terrible, and the frame rate's a bit choppy. Punks, this is what you want. So yeah, you'll walk along and then there'll just be like a random kind of fight. People come in and they start on you like with ridiculous fucking quotes, like in Yakuza 3 you had guys that are like, "I've just had a big meal." Well, they don't actually talk, it's just subtitles, but it's like, "I've just had a big meal and I want to burn the calories on you." That's stupid shit.
Huh?
Hey, shut the fuck up, asshole. Right, so now we're going to have a fight. Yeah, so the similarities with Shenmue are the controls kind of navigating the world, kind of that you've got an open world as well in a way, and also the combat is kind of similar. It's because this is very reminiscent of Virtua Fighter in a way, and obviously originally Shenmue was going to be the Virtua Fighter kind of RPG. We can pick up objects and we can hit people with them or throw them at them. Grab people, throw them. Overall it's satisfying combat. Nothing too hard when you're playing on this sort of easy mode. Let's go on to beef over here still, and he'd get knocked the fuck out. Pick up weapons, smash him over his face. Yeah, kind of like Streets of Rage with a bottle and shit. Kind of nice. You have not finished all the challenge. Quit and continue stuff. Yes. I don't really need to do the challenges because having played Yakuza 3, I'm familiar-ish with it all. blah blah blah. I get the idea. There's memos. There's a point system. Now we want to return to the yeah, just pick anything at the minute. Yeah, we'll just go for them all the ones we can do. You're strong and you seem like a good guy. Got a weapon catalogue, great. So it's kind of interesting that it's not let me progress the story so far without forcing me to have the random exchanges with the passers-by. But I guess that's kind of a good... What the fuck? Oh, is it that way? Is it what? Oh, here. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the game's charm, though, just shoving that shit in your face from the get-go. There's also a weird kind of ancient Japan type game that's got all of the Yakuza characters in. It's only been released in Japan as far as I'm aware, and it'll all be in Japanese. It won't make any sense to you unless you speak Japanese, but it's worth noting. I have seen people in the UK selling copies of it on eBay, so it is available if you want it. PS4 is not region locked as well, so no issues there. Can't remember whether Majima's Goro, the fucking nutter with the eye patch. She. Generally the Yakuza in this like dress in these outrageous shirts, which is funny. Kind of looks like he needs to brush his teeth. Some dickwads. This seems like it was translated by somebody from the West who can speak Japanese and not the other way around, because the transcript kind of subtitles seem to actually make sense for once, which they don't usually in a kind of Japanese game with Western subtitles. I mean, saying dickwad, you know what I mean? It's not a Japanese thing to say at all, really, is it? They are very story-heavy games, Yakuza. There's lots of random shit in the game, but the main thing is the story. There's a lot of cutscenes like this, and it's kind of very slow and deliberately paced game, even though it is essentially a beat 'em up with an open world. Hey, give me the monies. Hey, you guys. So these all basically look like shit the pants when my man from the Yakuza's come through the door. He's come to collect some debts. Oh, ah! What is weird is the characters. I don't know whether this will come through on the capture, but they've got kind of green tinges around their hair and stuff, as if they are on a green screen. Why they have a green kind of tint to the hair, I have no idea why. It does look kind of weird. Gee, that's embarrassing, man. Not really much so far that I can say is any different from Yakuza 3. It's just more of the same, it would appear. New storyline. I'm actually trying to skip the cutscene now because it's doing my head in, but you can't, unfortunately. It's kind of annoying. I know that the game in certain parts, you'll get to a stage where you want to save, but you've triggered a cutscene and you're going to sit there and you're going to have to wait 15 minutes. You really want to turn the fucking console off, but you got to sit here and you feel like a passenger sometimes, just waiting for the goddamn cutscene to end. You got to do it because you don't know whether there's going to be a save point or you're going to fuck your save point up or whatever. So that kind of sucks. But in a way, I do like games where you can't skip the cutscenes because it does kind of, you know, force you to not be impatient and kind of take the story in. Let's fight, motherfucker. Did they? Go on, put your cigarette out in his face. Yeah. Basically a conversation that could have lasted about 30 seconds, but Oh, come on.
金村さんに言っといてよ。
自分とこの組バカにされても怒らなくなっちまったら極道は終わりだって。そんなヤクザまがいのやつにはもう上納金を立て替えるためのお金なんて貸してあげませんよ。金借りるときに約束した条件守ってください。
Joker! Sayonara, dirtbags. Balls. I'm gonna have to kind of end the video here, I think, and when I actually get back in some gameplay, I'll start another video up, part 2, because it's kind of getting very tedious now. So yeah, check out part 2 for some more actual gameplay, because it's not really the sort of game that lends itself to doing this sort of starting the game up for the first time and having a bash at it, because there's lots of cutscene and story and all that sort of shit. So stay tuned for part 2.